welcome back to the Lycan Project with Heather. Today I'm having to film on my iPad because I'm having issues with my camera. So this is my November TBR. I am being quite ambitious because I am going to try and take part in 3 readathons and NaNoWrio. So let's see how this goes. The first readathon is a month long, which is Nonfiction November, which is hosted by a book Olive, and she has her, please go check out her announcement video. She runs through a lot more seamlessly than I do. The aim of it is to read non-fiction books, not exclusively non-fiction, but to try and encourage more non-fiction books to be read, and this is the 5th year it's running. There are 4 prompts. They are very broad. And the first one is design. So given I'm taking part in NaNoWrio, I'm going to design and build my own novel. So I'm going to be dipping in and out of writing a paranormal novel. So techniques, exercises for weaving supernatural elements into your story by Stephen Harper. So very on brand with a moon. So this is my design challenge. It also will be helping me along with my NaNoWrio. I will be trying to vlog reading NaNoWrio, get some stuff up, so please show me some love. So that's my design book. The second one is sport. I'm not a sport person. I'm not interested in, actually no, that's a lie. I can make this work for sport because you've got to learn to play the game in the world as a woman. I am being very twisty and turny with this one. It's Bad Feminist. It's a collection of essays by Roxane Gay, which is a bunch of essays from Scrabble, Violence, Fairy Tales, Longing, The Hunger Games. Ooh, more games. Roxane Gay is alternately hilarious, fully righteous anger, confronting, moving. Bad feminist is likely to staying up, agreeing and arguing with the smartest person you've ever met is one of the blurbs on the back. So yeah, it's a bunch of essays. So in terms of sport, we are playing a game as a women in the world. We are losing it a bit. So how do you fight a battle or play in a game where the rules are stacked against you? Is how I'm going to look at sport. So I lied. Oh, so sneaky. And then I'm going on to voice. So I quite like Lily Collins as an actress as well as her story in general. And she wrote Unfiltered, which is a memoir. So she's used her voice and the tagline is no shame, no regrets, just me. She's using her voice in terms of she's having honest conversations about mental health. She's being completely unfiltered. It does touch in here about how quirky things make you beautiful, the disappearing act, her battle with perfection. So she also did have her true story. No, voice. I'm being really bambled. Voice. She's using her voice to shed light on some of the Hollywood issues and the battle that she had went through to be perfect with her eating disorder. So I'm quite looking forward to this. It's been on my TBR for a while. So I'm doing that. And then we go on to True. So I've got A Long Way Gone, which is the true story of a child soldier. So this is a memoir that tells you of Ishel Baha. Sorry if I'm butchering that. That's this one. I might get this one on audio, and I might also get Bad Feminist on audio because I did the audio of Not That Bad by Roxane Gay and I found that quite enjoyable. Sorry, I'm being messaged. So this tells you the childhood story of Ismail Biha. At the age of 12, he flees from rioting attacks in his village, wanders lanes before being conscripted into the army, where he finds out he's able. He loses his innocence and commits terrible acts. It's a first-hand account of how a child on drugs with an AK-47 and more than a whole bunch of conflicts. It did come up in 2012 with Coney, seemed Joseph Coney was a big thing. Through my studies at uni, I actually did get to talk to a child soldier, so I think it's sadly something that doesn't get spoken about a lot. It is happening. I'm going to probably get the audio of this because I think it's also read by the author. I'll let you know. I'm also going to try and get to Becoming by Michelle Obama. So yeah, it's her opinion, using her voice of how she, remembered by the former First Lady, Michelle Obama. So it'll be quite interesting to see how, yes, her husband was the first coloured president of the United States, but she also went from being praised as, a strong, powerful woman, then attacked for being an angry black woman. So I think that would be quite interesting. And if I'm lucky enough, I might use my Audible credit to do this because she also narrates the audiobook, and I think she's a really good talker, so I'll be doing that. Then I'm moving on to the two, so that's for 5 books I'm looking at doing for Nonfiction November. Oh, so many books. And then I'm going on to my first readathon, which is Topple, which is hosted by Sam from Thoughts on Tomes, and it has basically one rule, which is read a tome, Thoughts on Tomes, and it runs from the 9th to the 22nd of November. So it's 2 weeks because they want us, the aim is to read big books. There are some other challenges in there. There are 5 challenges. I've only chosen 2 books because I've got other stuff I want to get to. And that falls into the first. So I've got 2 books to choose from. I will prioritize one over the other. The challenges are to read more than 1 tome, which I'm probably not going to get to. Read a adult book, so it can't be young adult, new adult, middle grade. Read a book in a genre that you don't usually read in, and read a book in a tome in a series. So I'm going to strive with this is the tome that's been on my book the longest, and it is A Casual Vacancy by J.K. Rowling. It is a big novel about a small town. So to my knowledge, I'm reading it because it's J.K. Rowling. It's an adult book. So it's about a small village, and I believe that someone passes away on the town council. So there is a vacancy on the town council. So that's sort of a mystery and sort of small town feeling. And then my other one is The Imaginary Friend by Stephen Chbosky. He wrote The Perks of Being a Wallflower. This one really intrigued me in terms of the premise. The tagline that was going around on their campaign, which was, "You survived the clown, now prepare to meet your imaginary friend." This has been blurbed by John Greenwood being a haunting and thrilling novel pulsing with the radical empathy that makes Chbosky's work so special. On the back it's, imagine leaving your house in the middle of the night knowing your mother is doing her best but she's as scared as you. Imagine starting a new school, making friends, seeing how happy it makes your mum, hearing a voice calling out for you. Imagine following the signs into the woods, going missing for 6 days, remembering nothing about what happened. Imagine coming back a totally different person, think that you're gone crazy or being the only one who knows what's coming. Imagine something that will change everything and you're having to save everyone you love. So it's a psychological thriller, adult thriller. So this is one, I have only recently started getting into thrillers, so it will probably be like my big chunky one. Emma Watson's also done it, so Harry Potter. So yeah, I don't usually read for it, and so I think out of the both of them. I'll probably reach for this one more, just because I've had this for a while and I just haven't reached for it, but I actually went out and bought this one because it's a new release. So that's that. And then Books and Lala has brought in Buzzwordathon round 5 or 6, I'm not quite sure, and that is running the 18th to the 24th. So it does cross over with this. So it's being hosted by Books and Lala and Gabby Reads, and this round's prompt is numbers. Woo! So basically it's 1 week where you read anything that has numbers. It can be spelt out apparently, it can be physically written. So as long as there is a number in the title of the book, you can go forth and read it. I am aiming to just demolish all of Leigh Bardugo. First of all, I have to finish Six of Crows. I'm about halfway through book Six of Crows. So I will be trying to smash this one out first. And then if I am lucky enough, my library has just got it in and I picked it up today, so I'm super excited. It's Ninth House, which is, so Six of Crows follows a heist. A heist by a gentleman called Kaz Brecker and his friends. It's in her Grishaverse, so it's a fantasy. And then Ninth House is her new release, which is it's her adult debut as an adult author. It follows sort of a murder mystery, occult situation at Yale University about their secret societies. I have heard a few mixed reviews, but so far I'm enjoying it pretty much. So I'll be diving into finishing Six of Crows, and then if I am lucky enough, Ninth House. So, along with also doing NaNoWriMo, because I'm hoping some of this will lead me into helping out with stuff. So, this is my obnoxiously large list and pile of books to read, so wish me luck. Make some choices about supporting authors and stuff and creating a better world with what we ingest in pop culture, and also what we produce and put out into the world creatively. So thank you, I love you as a friend, and